Lesson 12.6, Adding and Subtracting Rational Expressions. Rational expressions can be challenging, but if you take them back to the fractions that they just are, it's not too bad. How would we add 2/5 and 1/5? Well, we need a common denominator. Which we already have. In this case, it's 5. So all we have to do is add them. 2 plus 1 is 3. And the denominator stays the same. 3/5, that's it. The harder case, both with rational equations and with fractions, is when the denominator is not the same. You'll notice I write it leaving a little bit of space here and here. So, don't have a common denominator. 3 and 5. We take whatever's on the bottom of this side and we multiply it on that side. Take whatever's on the bottom on this side and multiply it on that side. What did we just multiply by? Just 1. 5 over 5 equals 1. And we're allowed to multiply anything by 1 anytime we want. 3 over 3 equals 1. We're just multiplying by 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Add them together, we get 22 over 15, and we are done. Before you go any further, you may want to rewind, watch that a few times, make sure you understand it. Multiply by the opposite denominator over itself so that you have a common denominator. If that's a struggle, then things are about to get much, much worse for you. Now, this is the easy one. Common denominator already. Add the top. We're pretty much done. When you're done, you have 2 things to look at. Can I reduce this? And the answer is yes. 4 3s, 1 3. And we get 4 over 3x. Pardon me, just 4 over x. And we also have to say x cannot equal 0. Always worry about the excluded values. Subtracting is trickier, but it's no big deal. What are we subtracting here? Everything, either on the top or the bottom. If you did not know that, you should have. When you get a negative, you can subtract the top or bottom. For instance, negative 2/3. We always write it on the top, but it would also be the same as 2 over negative 3. So we have to distribute. I recommend doing it immediately, not later, because it causes problems. So I will change that to a plus, change that to a negative, change that to a negative. 3x minus 5 all over x minus 1. 3x minus x is 2x minus 5 all over x minus 1. I cannot factor the top. Got to watch out for my excluded value, 1. Done. Distribute the negative first. Take it out of play, make it an addition problem, which is so much easier. Pause the recording and try these 2 on your own. So I'm going to do them very quickly. Don't forget your excluded values. Distribute the negative. I distributed it twice there, which is wrong. (4x minus 2x is 2x. 1 plus 5 is 6. I could, you don't have to, factor the top more. The reason you don't have to is it won't do anything. I can pull a 2 out of that and make it x plus 3. But I can't cancel anything. It doesn't work. So I'll just do my excluded value, which is 1/2. I did that math in my head. So either one of these answers is fine. Sometimes I recommend you factor it just because in the future you should every time to check if there's anything you can cancel. And now we're about to get significantly more complicated. If you look back at the previous page at the very top, I said, what if the common denominator is not the same? Now this one's tricky. We could look at an LCD and say, well, 4 times 6 is 24, 3 times 8. I would never do that. That's just complicated. Heck, I'd even reduce 3/6 to 1/2 if I could. I like to write it again, leave myself some space, and just go 8 over 8, 6 over 6, multiplying by 1. 8 times 3 is 24 over 48, 30 over 48, 54 over 48. And when I'm done, then I say, can I reduce? 2 goes into both of these, 27 times, 24 times. 3 goes into both of those, 9 times, 8 times. And that's my final answer. Now that's just fractions. We're not actually even going to do those, as tricky as that problem may have looked. We're going to do it down here. And again, we could look for the LCD, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to rewrite it and try to make my life as easy as possible. And by the way, if you're smart enough to find an LCD, be my guest. Can actually save you a great deal of time. 9 times 12 is 108 x to the third, 40 x squared, all over 96 x to the fifth. I need to factor the top, see if I can reduce it all. There is a 4, I believe, in both of these. Actually, I'll just do the top alone. 108 x to the third plus 40 x squared. 4x squared out of both. This will be 27. This will be 10. We can rewrite the top now as 4x squared, 27x plus 10 over 96 x to the fifth. And as we've done this before, you can reduce 1 4, 24 fours, x squared's gone, and this becomes 3. Our final answer all the way over here, 27x plus 10 all over 24 x to the third. X cannot equal 0. That's complicated. That's a lot of work. Finding an LCD will make your life a little bit easier, but you still have to blast through all the algebra. This one's subtraction, plus minus. X plus 2 over x plus 2, 3x over 3x, distribute 10x plus 20 minus 21x squared all over, and I'm not going to distribute the bottom because I might have to cancel later. Also, it's easier to find my excluded values. Can't do anything with the top. The bottom just stays the same. x cannot equal 0, negative 2. It's a lot of math. Problems aren't usually quite that hard. I wanted to give you the tough ones up front so you're ready for the next ones. So last ones, I'm going to get rid of the negative right away. And I'm going to factor the bottom. I'm just simply going to rewrite them and leave some space out front. Leave myself a little bit more space than that. And need common denominators. We got an x minus 2 in both. So that one's already there. So I'm just going to multiply by what's not there from the other side. So this one here. Now x plus 5 has to go here. And that works. What's my common denominator? X plus 5, x plus 4, x minus 2. X plus 5, x plus 4, x minus 2. Now I have to FOIL out the top, and it's a good thing we've practiced this and we're good at it. Hint, hint, wink, wink. That's x squared plus 4, which I combine to make 8, plus 16. The bottom I will not FOIL out because I might end up canceling things later. And again, it'll make my life easier when I have to go find excluded values. Negative x squared minus 5x plus 1x is negative 4x plus 5. Combine like terms on the top. X squared minus x squared, they're going to cancel. 8x minus 4x is 4x. 16 plus 5 is plus 21. Leave the bottom alone. There's no reason to multiply it out. It's equivalent either way. And it helps me do this. Cannot equal negative 4, negative 5, or 2. Again, highly complicated math. A lot going on. Have to know how to factor quickly, distribute quickly. Very challenging. Try the next one on your own. See what you can do. And then I'm going to do it very quickly in the interest of time. We got x plus 4s on both sides. So I'm just going to multiply by x minus 2 over x minus 2. That's that one. And then x minus 4 over x minus 4. That's this one. FOIL out the top. That's that right there. That's that right there. Leave the bottom alone. X plus 4, x minus 4, x minus 2. Combine the top. Looks like it might factor, but I am not even going to play with it. X cannot equal negative 4, 4, and 2. Very complex stuff. All the steps, it's not too bad. Keep these two problems handy when you're trying other homework problems, and you'll be in good shape. Good luck.